Hello, book besties. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ash, and you are watching Smokedshelves. Welcome back to another secret vlog of I read 3 this or that. For this one, as the title suggests, I am reading 3 Hades and Persephone retellings. I think all 3 that I picked are modern contemporary, as much as you can be being... Actually, no. I have one that is definitely fantasy romance. I'm not sure about the other 2. I legitimately don't know what their subgenres are, but all 3 retellings of varying degrees of romance. And yeah, I actually think, let's look. I have a list. Okay, I think I'm right. I think all 3 are indie pub. Might be wrong, but we'll see. But for the first one, I picked A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett Sinclair. I would do a 50% check-in and then 100% check-in, but I've already fully read this book. Basically, I read this like a week and a half ago, and I kept meaning to vlog my thoughts on this book, but I just sped through it. And now it's been like 2 weeks because finals. And you know what? That sounds about right. That just tells you a lot about my personal life right now. But I have finished this book, and let's go to my stats page that I have pulled up. And let me tell you what I ended up giving it. Okay, yes, that's what I thought. Okay, so I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed this book. It was honestly such a quick read. I stayed up late a couple nights in a row just to binge through it because I just could not put it down. I mean, it is just over 300 pages. Yeah, maybe like 320 pages. I loved it. I thought it was so much fun. I thought it was very quick paced, and obviously like it follows the the story, but I love the aspects of this modern world of Greece and Olympia and Athens and what it means to be a god and like what the gods' roles are in this environment. So I really enjoyed the like retelling aspect of it, and then it was just a good read in terms of the romance. I thought it was very believable. I really enjoyed the progression of it. I think some people say it's a little bit insta-lovey or insta-lust, but I will excuse it for the fact that it's based off of a prophecy, and they say it's based off of a prophecy. So I will excuse that because I usually am not a fan of it, but in this one, I did not mind it. I thought it was very fun to read through. Those are most of my thoughts. Let me see. It's been so long. I feel like my thoughts are just, I've read a couple other books since then, but yes, basically I really enjoyed it. I'm excited to see where the story goes because the like concept and like plot with Persephone and her mom I really like, and I'm really excited to see, not excited, but I'm intrigued to see what her mother does in book 2. And I know book 3 or 4, whatever the news release is coming out soon, so I gotta get on it. So yeah, I am invested. I really enjoyed this. I will be continuing to read this as my friend also reads this. So this was a great start to this vlog. That is that. Book 1 down. Let's move on to book number 2. Hello, welcome back to the second book check-in of this vlog, of this I Read 3. It's been a really long time since I have last spoken to, well, you about anything. And I've since read both books that I was supposed to finish. So yeah, I really don't have that best of the memory of both of them, but I will do my best to talk about my feelings about both of these books. I don't even know if I've announced it, but the second book in this Hades and Persephone's I Read 3 is Neon Gods by Katie Robert. This book has been all over like the bookstub, book talk world, and I've been eyeing it since I heard about it because I was told it's supposed to be like, pretty good, right? Some pretty good smut, like some good BDSM, right? And yeah, so like obviously I don't have a halfway checkpoint. I don't think I have a halfway checkpoint for any of these books, to be honest. So I'm a little bit sorry about that. I saw that happen. Okay, if that keeps happening, I'm sorry. It's winter time in the Northeast. Just bear with me if I know I'm not looking directly at the camera either, but it'd be like that sometimes. This is how you're getting me because it's been a hectic time. Check out, no, that's coming later. My vlog will explain a lot more about what's going on. I'm gonna keep readjusting, aren't I? Okay, Neon Gods by Katie Robert. It was a 4-star read for me. This is really, really annoying. Struggling out here trying to use my thing. Okay, just bear with me in batting. It's chaotic energy right now, y'all. Katie Roberts, Neon Gods. Let's talk. 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I flew through it. I listened to the audiobook, so I just fly through audiobooks. I don't remember when I listened to the audiobook or why, but I remember I did. I remember I crushed through it. I loved it. And, I listened through on double speed, so it was like 11-hour audiobook, so 5.5 hours of audio, listening for me. Yeah, so 5.5 hours of listening for me, and I absolutely loved it. Obviously, it was not a 5-star read, and I really just think it was because there wasn't much plot. Like, there was, but there wasn't. I kind of wanted to know more about, like, the Olympus structure because of the way they say they elect gods. I wanted to know a little bit more about that. I didn't really get that, which I was hoping I would, but I didn't get that. So that, like, brought me down a little bit because I was really intrigued. I know there's Electric Idol coming out. I don't know who it's following, if it's following, like, another sister or something. But I'm very excited. I will definitely be continuing on with this series. Yeah, that was really honestly it. I thought the writing was really good. I don't know if it's just me, but I didn't love the narrators per se. Like, I didn't love them as much as I think I could have. I don't know what it was. It was more, I like the guy narrator who played Hades. I think he did a good job. It was Persephone? Something was up with her voice. I gotta see if I've listened to this one before. The narrator? But they were British. I was not expecting them to be British. They were British. It was just Persephone's narrator couldn't really do other voices that well, at least in my opinion. I just didn't like the way she did Hades, mainly. Hades to Persephone also kind of off, but I genuinely expect men to have more of a struggle to do female voices than the other. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of times female narrators can make a male's voice very gravelly really easily. I don't know. Even though it was like a dual perspective and we did have 2 narrators, I kind of wish, which I also did not expect. I did not expect it to be a dual perspective situation. So I was really pleasantly pleased with that because you can see, like, I like seeing Hades falling as well. I just like seeing both sides. I think generally the romance world can agree on we like seeing both perspectives. It's fun to see, like, the mutual pining, the mutual, like, feelings for each other. Anyways, back to narration. I wish with the way they did it was because we did have the dual perspective and 2 narrators. I wish we had it where they spoke for themselves in both perspectives. I know that would be a little bit jarring at first, but I kind of just wish they did that, you know? Instead of having them try to give each other narration, like, their voices just, it doesn't always match up. But that's just my one gripe. And I will usually, like, if audiobooks are kind of off for me, I will, like, it ends up impacting the rating because, you know, the audiobook is a part of the experience. But it wasn't a bad audiobook. I do love that we did have 2 narrators. I love that we have the 2 perspectives. Overall, I thought it was so quick. Like I said, I blew through it. I think if I was physically reading it too, I would have blown through it as well. So I really enjoyed it. I could definitely see the relationship between Hades and Persephone, like, build. And I love that, like, Persephone was the one that initiated the deal in this one. I guess it's kind of a spoiler, so sorry about that. But I love that Persephone initiated the deal and was the one that was kind of perpetuating the terms of the deal rather than Hades doing it. I think it gave her a little bit of agency back, since usually it is Hades initiating the deal. And while I like that in Touch of Darkness, I really enjoyed that flip on the tail in this one. Move you back up. And so yeah, I really enjoyed that. So those are my kind of conclusive, very chaotic thoughts on Young Gods by Katie Robert. Let's move on to the 3rd book that I read. It is Promises and Pomegranates by Sab R. Miller. And that one I'm gonna give 3 stars, and that's honestly only because of this month that I'm still gonna give it 3 stars, because plot-wise that's a 2-star book for me. And like we know, I don't do half stars, so yeah. This book, where do I begin with this? It felt very long. I think it was very long. And literally nothing fucking happened. Nothing. Like, I know, like, Hades and Persephone retellings don't always have the most plot-driven story, but I feel like nothing happened. The deal didn't really make sense to me in my mind, like why he went for the deal. I also don't love that he had something with the mother beforehand. I don't know. I mean, I know it's like a grooming situation, but yeah, that was weird. And what else? What even else? I just generally, I don't know. That was a very weird one for me. The writing was okay. It was kind of just bland. A lot of sex, but like not graphic, but like also graphic. I don't know how to explain it. It was like every other page they were having sex. I liked the concept. This book was, like, I got interested in this book because of BookTok, because BookTok was like, LOL, he murders her fiance, like, this is literally the first 2 chapters. He murders her fiance and basically forces her into a marriage, which, sure, fine, that I guess is one way of doing Hades and Persephone, but the motives just felt very unclear for why he wanted her married, like, you know, why he wanted to be married to her. The entire book, Persephone's character, which I cannot remember her name right now, because this is the one of the 3 that they had different names. Elena, I think. Yeah, definitely Elena and Cal. Okay, there we go. I do have some memory. I heard this on the plane ride home, so it was a little bit hazy. Elena and Cal, I don't know, their marriage just did not have, like, the foundation, I guess. Like, obviously with the, like, concept, but the entire time Elena was trying to convince herself that Cal has no feelings whatsoever and he doesn't like her, blah blah blah. Why did he even pick her? It's like, obviously he does. But, and then she's also like, I know he's mafia, blah, blah, blah. But then, also I'm kind of scared, but also I'm not. I don't know. I'm clearly speechless on this book still. I didn't know how to rate it in the end anyways. I gave it a 3 stars, but I'm like I said, 3 stars just for this month, because it did have some good stuff. I will give him that. It would be 2 stars if it was just for the plot, because like I said, nothing happened. We're like on this island, which is like meant to be a part of the underworld. The entire time her family's like, well, where are you, but they know where she is, and the dad's like, I don't know. Really, my thoughts are still very incoherent about this. I like read this all on a plane ride home, and I was trying not to sleep, so coming back from London was a time, but those are my very, very, very incoherent thoughts. I legitimately don't know. I just don't know. So this section is going to be very short because I don't know. Like I said, I really found the plot unbelievable. There was not really much plot. I didn't really like the setup for the Hades and Persephone retelling. I don't know why they just didn't use their names. Oh, they didn't use their names, but they mentioned Hades and Persephone like 20 million times. They're constantly calling each other Hades or Persephone to each other. She has like pomegranates tattooed on her. So like they use the symbolism, and we're like, you know, we look back on it and we were called Hades and Persephone. No, you called yourselves Hades and Persephone the entire time. Clearly, I have some like animosity towards this book, because I didn't even realize I remember that as a thing until, well, you know, now. Yeah, they call each other Hades and Persephone the entire freaking time. And I don't know what to make about that, because I feel like you're defeating the purpose of the Hades and Persephone retelling. Oh, there's a lady in the car next door. Lady walking into our car next door. I feel like you defeat the purpose of the Hades and Persephone retelling when you constantly call yourself that. Have a poor setup. I feel like I was grasping for the Hades and Persephone retelling aspects of it. That was part of my issue. Writing, like I said, meh. Few good scenes. But overall, meh. 3-star book. That's usually how I feel about 3-star books. They're very meh. 4-star, I've enjoyed. Not a favorite. 5-star, usually a favorite. I won't shut up about it. Honestly though, I might not shut up about the first 2 books. Well, anyways, those are my very chaotic thoughts on many books. And I really hope you enjoyed this I Read 3. I know it's taken me way too long to get this one out, but I did it. I've got it out. And yeah, if you like this video, please give this video a big fat like down below. Comment down below if you've read any of these Hades and Persephone's retellings. Let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts on them. Which is your favorite of the 3 if you read any of them, or all 3 I should say. Comment down a Hades and Persephone retelling that you like if you have a different one, because I would love to do a part 2 of specifically Hades and Persephone retelling, because I do love them. If you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing. It means the absolute world to me if you did. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.